Okay, so this is the first part of making painting from scratch. Now, a lot of people want to buy their own things already made, but you never get a good quality canvas from a pre-made models. I buy my own stretcher bars and canvas as well. I'll buy it in a big roll. It's a lot cheaper. It's still expensive because it's quality stuff. I use 16-ounce canvas, but I like it when it's unbleached and it's got no thingy on it. And then I'll put at least 3, as you'll see. I'll do 1 today, but I'm doing 2 at the moment because I've got 2 sisters. So if I do one, then the other one moans about me not doing her one. So I have no choice. So that's my 2 pieces of canvas cut out. Get this roll. Depending on what painting I'm doing, I'll either use this or linen, but really I save my linen for highly detailed paintings because it's so expensive, and you only need to put more coats on to make this smooth anyway if you want detail. So I'll just do 1. And remember, all canvases have got 2 sides, obviously. One of them's the front, one of them's the back, and you'll see by looking at it, you can't see it from that, but it is a lot coarser on the back. So you pick the front part. I should have plugged my iron in. Well, because it's got loads of creases in it, because it's been folded, you need to iron them out before you start your stretching. You don't have to, but once you make it tight, then you'll have to. The light's not that good in here. Yeah, but you can see on the texture, when you look at it, you'll see that it's got dimples in on the side that you don't want, and then on the other side it's the opposite to it, so it's there, little ridges rather than indentations. It don't really matter if you get it wrong, it won't affect the painting, but it's always better to do it the right way up. So I'll just let me doing a bit of ironing. a minute. This is the first one. Now these are stretchers frames, and again I buy my own, I don't make them look, if we had the machine I'd make my own. So obviously you need 4 to one side and 2 cross members to give it extra strength as you're doing it. So you get your frame and put it together. These come pre-cut. There's a little ridge on it, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little lip that keeps the canvas away from the touching the wood. Because if you're not careful, as you're painting, you get lines from that ridge. And just put it together loosely, spin it over, get your 2 cross members ready. Tight that one. Yeah, good fit. Just very tight. Need a rubber mallet as well. We don't damage anything. Don't bang it all together until you've got things in place. About lining everything up at this stage. It made it too tight with all these. You see what's coming now. So you just get it all loosely in place. Make sure all your bits are in. Don't over hit it on one corner though, because you want it straight. Because it's so well machined, these, as long as you get the tips in the right place, they fit perfect. So that's it, that's the frame ready to go. I also like to run a bit of sandpaper over the corners just to take the edge off, because you don't want it splinters and things just ripping into your canvas. Just curve them off at the the point. So you feel that one's a bit out. But you just take the edge off on every corner. Because you do put these under a lot of tension, these canvases. And if they, you should always, on the back of them, on the inside you get little wedges. You get a little pack of wedges that you can put in the back to stretch it later on. So that canvas is ready now. So again, remember your fronts and backs. So you're doing it back to front now, so you turn the front down to face the I'm not happy with that. I don't know what that stain is. I've got another one. It's hurting me. That's paint. So it's only paint. So this is the back, and that's the front. I just think I'm further back enough. You're putting the groove part on first. So that gives you that elevation away from the wood, from the canvas. And the middle part's set high, so it's away from the thingies. So now to do this properly, you need a couple of things. You need a special pair of pliers, which are very wide for the grip. You can either use nails or you can use a stapler. And I always start from the middle of each one. I put 3 staples in, fairly close together. I'll turn it. Not putting any tension on at the moment, really just getting it nice and equal and tight. So the tension comes later on when you get to the corners. We start the other corners, and again, yeah, still I'm not putting that much tension on. Always alternate every time. That seems like a bit of a nuisance, but now on this one I can pull it a bit, but just with my hands. Now back to square one. So now the pliers come out, these funky pliers. They've got a leverage bar there on the outside, so you can then put the pliers onto there and get your first set of tension. You only need to put your hand there to hold it and do your thing, put your staple in. Go back to the other side, same again, keep the pressure on, and about 50 millimetres gaps in between. Sometimes you don't go in all the way. So then again you go straight to the opposite side. You do the same again. And now I'm only putting one each side under a bit of tension. Same again on the other side. Bit of tension. Go to the other corners then, do the same again, and just keep on repeating. This is only a small canvas. Can you imagine what it's like doing a big 7 foot by 7 foot canvas? Again, a bit of tension. You start to see the canvas stretching out now in the middle, but again, as yet we're not too bothered about the tension. keep it going round. Back on. In again, that's not going in properly. Tap it down. There's a bit of tension again. Tap it down. So now we'll come back to the first one now. So now you got, because this is such a small canvas, you've got to start thinking about what you're doing with the corners. How you're going to wrap them over. So I'll just put one more in, and then we'll get to the corners problem. You've got to leave yourself a bit of space as well. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's the last one that goes in before I start to deal with the corners, because you've got to work out how to get that in. I'll just go around each corner now. So I'll pull the tension into this now. Same again. As always, make sure you've got plenty of staples. They seem to run out very quickly. Corners again. Already getting the tension, and I'm not even trying yet. That's the advantage of these type of pliers, stretcher pliers. Staples not punching through to the bottom. Right, so we're on to the corner pieces now. So let's get over there where people can see it. Now I like a square corner. So to be able to do that, you have to fold the top over, crease that one as you're turning it inside. I don't know if you see that. So you get to that point. You can even, if you want, at this point, I've already got my tension in this, but if you need a bit more tension, you can gain it now by putting the pliers, pulling, use that as a lever bar, put your thumb on it, and bang a staple in it. So now you've got the corner piece, so you bring your hand over, hold it down there, fold that in, and as you're folding it you twist it. So you use them two fingers and the thumb, hold the corner there, and as you're pulling it across, twist it. Seems awkward at the moment, and then you just pull it over so that you've got a flat back. And I'll just tap that at the moment, but I'll also stretch it at the moment as well, because I'm in a good place for it. Keep it tight, pull it over, stretch it, and then put your thumb on it and press it along. And put your staple in to hold it. Now it's all frayed at the moment, but then you end up with a corner like that. So that part's coming down. So then the next side, which will be this one, follows the same pattern as that. Because if you get that then places your canvas as a top and bottom. So if it's just a canvas that you're going to be putting on as it is and not framing it, it still looks good from the side. So you get a nice smooth finish, or you'll do when I tighten it up. And then the other side has to be the same as that, facing the same way. So again, we'll do the same thing. Stretch it in the corner, pull it along, get that one in. Again, you're twiddling with your fingers. You've got to be a bit dexterous with it with this, and just pull it over. Give it a stretch. And it's tight. Clip it in, and that's it. Now we can stretch a bit more, but it's like a drum at the moment, that. And by the time that I get to doing my last pull on it, it'll be really tight. And also, you're going to be putting a water-based gesso on it, which will stretch it again. So now it's the same thing again, twist it round, pull it across. Use a bit more G-force. Use your thumb to hold it down. Staple it in place. A little stretch of that corner there. That's that. Last one. Pull it along, don't forget. Stretch it. Pull it down, in, across. Fix it. Hold it with your thumb. Use the twisting again. So that's going to go on the, you have to check which way it's going. Yeah, that's right. Yep. So again, you know, you just got to be, you just got to think that you're folding bed sheets over or something like that. These are not nurses' corners, these are a different one, where they end up with a square flat which runs along the same way as a frame. Because they're quite chunky canvases, these. I don't like the other way because it becomes pretty chunky at the back. They're already thick enough, these. Like me. Well, there you go. So that's your thingy. Don't worry about that mark in the middle. It's only paint. You certainly won't throw a good canvas away like this for a bit of paint that you're going to cover it with. So now you come to the next part, which is the gesso. Now gesso's made up of PVA glue, chalk and paint, acrylic paint. And this is just an undercoat. And with that, just put it on, pretty straightforward. Don't be too precious about this because I like to sand this down as well, this first one. Once it's dry, and it'll be dry tomorrow. You'll get little bits on it, but you can pick them off afterwards because this is very chalky, this coat, and it enables you to get a good grip for your next coats, which these are both going to be oil paintings. And again, as yet I don't know what they're going to be, but that's It's up to them, it's their choice, their birthday presents. I like to paint the sides in the gesso as well, just in case people want to just put it on the wall without a frame. Make sure you, because this is the first coat into the raw canvas, make sure you rub it in nicely. And again, like I say, you don't have to be precious with it, just get it on and get it done. This might look easy, but you've got to bear in mind I've done literally hundreds of these. I think it's one of the first things you should learn as an artist is to be able to create your own canvases so you can make different sizes. I have some specially made up by an old friend of mine, Berkey. He used to do my frames for me, but you can find any good joiner who'll make you a nice frame out of wood. So you can build bigger canvases, because you can, these type will have to go a lot thicker. I did a big 7 foot by 5 foot one, and these stretcher bars are a lot thicker, and obviously because there's a lot more tension on them. But this is already getting tight now because I'm putting this on it. And the thing about, what you don't want is a saggy canvas, because like I say, if it starts touching at the back, those membranes, then wood structures and the frame, you start to form lines in the canvas as you're painting it, and you don't want that. So this will just be the first stage, the first coat. I won't bore you and show you me doing the second one, but I'll do that straight away now that everything's here. Obviously I'm lucky because I've got a proper room to do it in. There's no chemicals in this paint, this is water-based paint. Like I say, make sure you get it into the sides. See them bits, I don't know if you can see them from there, but you get bits. You can either pick them off with a thingy like that, or pick them off with a pointed brush later before they dry. But it's more than likely just bits of fluff. Well, like I say, you can I have some very fine sandpaper that I use to go over this to take these things off, but I'll show you at a later stage when it's got about 3 coats on, and I'll sand it and show you what happens. It takes the peaks as well off the canvas, it doesn't damage them. I'm only taking a tiny bit because it's ultra fine sandpaper. I'm using the stuff you use for normal stuff. So like I say, I like to paint the edges. Just gives it a better finish overall. Once you've done these edges, I'll remember to go back to the front, because this is heavy textured paint, this. So if you leave it in lumps and it does go quite hard, you'll have a lump on your canvas forever. So the next coat on this, which will be tomorrow, will just be same again. So I've done three coats I'll do on these, on each one, and then it'll be ready for the whatever background I'm deciding to do, or again, like I say, I don't even know what I'm doing yet, so I get instructions. So like I say, just have a quick look at the front again once you've done the sides. You don't want any big lumps. Just go round and smooth off the part there. I'm saying also, don't be wearing nice clothes doing this. I've just touched my arm with it and got paint all over me, but you should have working clothes when you're working like this. So that's it, that's the first stage of the first canvas. And that's the undercoat ready to go. I'll just carry on doing that and finish off the video. See you later.